Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, and thank you for joining me. Now, I've got a lot to kind of talk to you about. Let me straighten my hairband first. So I'll wait for you all to join me. Thank you all for your lovely support about my dad. We are fighting it. I'll give you a little update about that in a minute. We are fighting the whole thing. I don't know how far we're going to get, but so for those of you that don't know, basically they've now brought in a rule. Hello, someone's just joined me. Hello. Right, I've done my skincare, but I haven't done anything else yet. Hello, Maria. Right, so just for those of you that haven't caught up on Instagram, hello, Bushra. Hello, Helena. My dad, there's been some new rules passed by the government, which are basically limited visitors. There's got to be one nominated visitor at all times, so that you can't change the visitor. It's got to be the same person, which means that my sister and I have been put in the heartbreaking situation of having to pick which one visits. And it's at the moment, in the interim, we've picked me because I'm nearer to him, but my sister's obviously very upset. I did offer, by the way, to stand back and let her be the visitor, but the fact that we've been made to choose just doesn't make sense. If you want to hear the full details, I'm not going to bore you all again with it, but if you look on Instagram, you'll hear like the whole explanation that there is no substance to this rule. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't actually reduce the risk of infection control at all. So that's why we're making a bit of a fuss about it. But just to update you that we have delivered a letter to the CEO of the company that owns the care homes, and we've basically said, we know it's not your fault. We know that you've got to follow government policy, but we have done a risk assessment because I used to work in the NHS. We've done a risk assessment. The policy does allow for leniency in certain situations. We've gone through it. We found the areas that we think apply, and we are asking for leniency based on these things. Please reconsider this case. If not, we're going to refer the matter to the CQC. But we haven't been funny with the nursing home. We don't want to be, because we know that they've got to just follow guidance. It's not really their fault. But if we've got to put our foot down with someone, and we can't put our foot down with the health secretary because he's not going to bother looking at my tweets. So anyway, so we're fighting that, and I'm going to keep you updated. So hello, Stacey. So thank you all for your support. If you haven't seen my story on Instagram, please do go. I've also posted a link to it on Twitter. I can't copy the video and put it on YouTube, but if you want to go over and have a look at it, you'll see the full explanation, because I don't want to repeat it all. And if you do feel like, you know, that you're able to support me and my sister in this campaign, somebody has started a petition on change.org. So we'd really appreciate it if you could lend your support by signing the petition, because the more people that sign that, I think if it goes over a certain number of petitions signed, the government have to relook at their policy. So that would really help us. So yeah, and I've left the link in my bio in Instagram. So that's the update about my dad. So hello to everyone. Now, before I start doing makeup today, I hope you don't mind, but I've been going on and on and on, and I'm sorry, Stacey, and I'm sorry, Emma. I haven't got round to posting your stuff yet, but I haven't forgotten about you both, and you are getting some parcels on your way. And with that in mind, because Stacey's getting an Ali M's beauty mask, that I thought I would show you an Ali M's beauty mask. Now, this one is a sample. So I deliberately, because the fabric is quite expensive, I deliberately used a sample of fabric that was a bit of an offcut from the side. So this is going to look a bit wonky, and the masks that I'm selling are not going to be a bit wonky. When I say wonky, the actual logo is not in the center of the mask, But the ones that I've made for everyone else, the logo is going to be more in the center. But this is the Ali M's Beauty Mask, so that you can see that. And I'm going to show you some other ones that I'm making and tell you about some others that I'm making. And I am going to start selling them. I've worked out some costings, which I'll go through in case anybody's interested. You don't have to buy from me, but in case you do. So let me just tell you a bit about this mask. This mask was created from a pattern back in February, and I'm not going to be able to remember his name or pronounce his name, but a Chinese anaesthetist, a doctor in China, realized that the pandemic was going to get to a point where people were going to run out of surgical masks, and that not everybody needed surgical masks. So he took, hello Jackie. So he took his mask from the hospital, his disposable surgical mask. He took it to a tailor's and he said, can you run me up 3 masks in material that are reusable, and I want a pocket in them for a filter, and I want another little pocket at the top for a thing to bend around your nose, right? And can you run those up for me? And they did. And then he published the pattern online. So this is actually run from a pattern from a surgical mask. It's an actual surgical, you can't use it like a surgical mask, obviously, because it's reusable. And I've got all sorts of, I've printed out a load of details about this mask to give you all the background. So because it's a reusable, washable one, you can't obviously use it in a clinical setting, but it's absolutely fine for using in shops, going out and about, or even going for hospital appointments. I've used it. So I've made a whole batch of these masks. I've been busy making them. I've made Ali M's Beauty. I got this fabric made bespoke, right? And on it, it says Ali M's Beauty, as you can see. I did think that the lipsticks were going to be smaller and it was going to be seen all across. But what I've attempted to do on the non-sample ones is to get the Ali M's Beauty in the middle. And what you will see is when you put this on, so let me just show you that you've got toggles at the side so that you can adjust it to your size of, you know, the distance between your ear and your face so that you can get a good fit. So there's toggles each side. Then there is a pocket inside, and in that pocket you can put a filter. Now you don't need to buy filters. Filters are quite expensive. All you need is dry wipes. So if you go online, I'll put a couple in with your mask if anybody's buying them from me. And Stacey's getting a freebie because she sent me an eyeliner. So don't worry, Stacey, you're getting a freebie for you and your mum. But so you can put a dry wipe in the middle there. Anything really that's going to create a filter, or you can wear it on its own. And at the top here is if you can see, tucked in there is a little metal stick-on strip, and I'm going to put a spare in case it falls off, that goes in there, and that molds around your nose. So you basically put it on like this. You then adjust it here and here so that you've got a nice tight fit around your ears. And then you pull it down like that. Hello, Rachel. So that's the Ali M's Beauty Mask. And as I said, this one, just repeating, is off center. I knew it was going to be off center. So I used this to demonstrate, but so that I didn't waste too much fabric. Okay. Now, you may not want an Ali M's Beauty Mask, and I won't be offended. Okay. I've also done a whole batch of plain masks like this, plain masks that look like this. I'm not going to put this one on because obviously I've got a whole batch and these are to be sold or to be given to friends or family. Okay, absolutely same principle. Little pocket inside, a little metal thing here that molds around your nose. So those are the plain ones. I've done all sorts of colours. I've got lots of colours. I can, you know, if there's any requests, there's pink, Hello, Leslie. There's pink, there's blue, there's dark blue, there's there's green. So I'm just doing a little plug for my masks in case anyone wants to buy them. And I've done all sorts of other things. Right, so that basically, yeah, there's lots of different plain ones. I've also got a batch of patterned ones. But look, this is the purple pattern set. Here you can see different purple patterns. You like the green, okay? So there's purple pattern set. I'm just working on a batch of pink ones with patterns on them, stuff like that. So I've done a little bit now. The other thing is that in the meantime, I've got so into making these masks that I went online and I saw that they did some pure silk material, and it's very like the ones on Slip Silk. Now, Slip Silk, I bought a Slip Silk mask and it cost £40. I think I got it in the sale because I think they given me a 20% discount code, so I got it for 32. So I thought I could run up some silk masks, but obviously the material is quite expensive. I'm going to give you all the prices in a minute and I'll put it underneath. And as I said, you don't need to order any off me. I'm just letting you know in case you want to. Okay, so I'm getting that, and as soon as I get that material, I'll come on and I'll show you that material. Because I know a lot of people just really need masks at the moment. So, and it's silk, pure silk is supposed to be very good against your skin, of course. So, but I'm going to do that as a competitive price compared to Slip Silk. But obviously the material costs a lot more than something like this, which is plain, a lot more. So I obviously have to recoup the cost a little bit with that. And the other thing I have found is I found some fabric like this, but without Ali M's Beauty, and it's got lipstick and all sorts of little makeup icons on it, and it looks really pretty, kind of lipsticks and eyeshadows and brushes and stuff. And I thought I'll get that for my Ali Pallies. And again, once I get that material, I'll come on and I'll show you that. Hello, and greetings from Greece. I enjoy watching you sometime and appreciate your tips. And you as a lovely person. Thank you so much, Anastasia. That's such a sweet thing to say. Hello, Sunshine. And Sunshine, I haven't forgotten about your palette. It's just I haven't been to the post office yet, so bear with me. You and Stacey are both it was on the telly yesterday that silk is best for breathing through. Yes. So here's the thing, and I'll put the prices below. I've got to organise. I'm going to organise. So I've got, as you know, I've got an Ali M's Beauty email address. I just need to link that to my PayPal account so that people can pay me via PayPal. And if anybody wants to buy a mask, as soon as I've done that, I will put up on the community and let you know, etc., etc. But this is how I'm pricing these. So for the plain ones or the patterned ones, because they're both roughly the same price for the material, I'm going to do one for £4.50. This isn't included. I'd need to add a little bit on for postage and packaging, but one for £4.50, two for £8, or three for £10. So that's for the plain. Okay, so one for £4.50, two for £8, three for £10 plus postage and packaging, if anyone's interested in those. For the Ali M's Beauty, although the material is expensive, you are advertising me. So I'm not going to charge you as much as I would for the other bespoke fabric. So for the Ali M's Beauty mask, I'm doing one for £5.50, two for £10, and three for £14. And I'm looking here because I worked out the costing with my sister based on all the materials and stuff. Okay, and then for the lipstick masks, that you're going to see the fabric when it arrives in the next couple of days. It's got lipstick and it's got sort of all sorts of makeup icons on it. For the lipstick mask, which basically that again is bespoke fabric, I'll do one for £7, two for 12, or three for 16. And for the silk mask, obviously because it's pure silk, I'm going to sell one for £15 or two for 26. But that is still you're getting 2 for less than the price of a slip silk one. And obviously I've got to take a lot more care with the silk, because what you do when you're making these is you have to iron in the pleats, and I can't just take a hot iron to silk, so they're going to take a lot longer to make and a lot more care. So and the price of obviously the fabric, but I still think that's quite competitive compared to slip silk, which are offering you one for £40. Obviously, as soon as I make the silk masks, you want to see one before you buy, and I wouldn't expect anything else. But as soon as I've made the silk ones, when the fabric arrives, I'll make one up. I'll make a sample one up, and I'll put it on so that you can see what it looks like. So there's the plug for my mask. If anyone's interested, I will set that up in the next few days. If you're interested in buying just the plain ones, I've got a whole batch already made, so I can sell those from tomorrow if anybody just wants the plain ones. And if you want the Ali M's Beauty, I've got about, I've not got that many of the Ali M's Beauty, but I can order some more material. So I've got about 3 that I can sell at the moment, because I'm giving some away. So I've got about 3 that I can sell at the moment. But I can make more. I just need to order in some more fabric. But the plain ones and the patterned ones I can sell by tomorrow, and the rest of them, the silk ones, the lipstick ones, and the Ali M's Beauty ones, you can just put in your orders, and as soon as I know if there's a big demand for either the lipstick ones or the Ali M's Beauty ones, I might need to order in some more fabric. But there you go. That's all my plug done for my mask. So I hope you like the mask. As I say, this one, just anyone that's just joined me, this one is deliberately off center so that I could use it as a demo. But the other ones that I've made, the Ali M's Beauty logo is in the middle. I just wish that when they'd made this fabric for me, I thought that this logo was going to be repeated all the way across rather than one big logo. So I might see if I can get that changed and get them to make it all the way across. Because it would be quite nice if you got the lips right in the middle here, but that is very difficult to get it actually placed just about there. I'm trying to do that because then it looks like you're kind of and as soon as you open this out, of course, to put it around your face, because I was worried that you wouldn't see the logo, because basically the pleats are in it, but once you open it out, you can actually see Ali M's Beauty. So if I just do this a little bit and move it over, you'll see what it actually looks like if you've got one of the others, because this one is deliberately off center. I used an offcut from the side so that I didn't waste material on the demonstration one. Okay, but so those are my masks. So I've been like a little cottage industry in the other room, running up masks on my somebody said they like the green one. Here's the green one. What I will say, by the way, in the summertime, what we've noticed as a family is in the summer, I made a big batch of these, and the lighter fabric is less hot. The darker fabrics do heat up quite a bit more. The lighter fabrics stay a bit cooler because it can get quite hot under the mask. So that's something to consider. But, you know, if you want to mix and match your colours, that's absolutely fine with me. You don't have to order all the same colour. Okay. I know I've done really well. I've got a whole kind of system going now where I do a whole load of cutting, then a whole load of ironing the pleats in, then a whole load of running it up on the sewing machine, and then the last stage is getting the toggles on, getting the elastic in, getting the toggles on, and getting the wire stuck inside. So yeah, it's a bit of a process, but if I do it like that, then I get a whole batch made. And as I say, I've made quite a few. So that's some of the purple ones. These are all the others that I've made, all sat inside here. Aliem's Beauty, different ones, different... I don't want to touch them all too much, but you can see different fabrics, different colours. And I've got a pink set all about to go into the sewing machine as we speak. So there you go. There's my big plug for my masks. Well, there's some nice pink patterns coming up. So I will show you all the different colours again. I might do a little video about it so that you can see all the different colours. Well, do you know what? It just kept me busy during the lockdown. It felt like I needed to do something because I'm retired from the NHS. I love doing these videos with you guys, but I wanted to do something to help, you know, during the lockdown, because I felt like I've just been retired from the NHS and it was something I could do. So I started making them for my dad's nursing home. And even though they can't wear them, they have to wear the approved PPE in the nursing home. A lot of the people in the nursing home said, we can't wear them at work, but could you make us one for when we're in the shops or when we're outside? So I said, of course. And I've started making them for family members and that. And it made me feel like I was doing something to help. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's that. Now, a lot of you were interested in this foundation. So I thought today I'd put this foundation, because I've been using it the last couple of days. This full coverage foundation by MAC. You won't see less of me because of making the mask. I'll always fit you in. I think the last couple of days I've just been a bit stressed out. Well, I've had 2 hospital appointments. I had one on Monday, finally, to check out my feet. And then yesterday I had a follow-up with the doctor following my little scare at the weekend. So I was in A&E at the weekend, and then I had 2 hospital appointments, which is not really why the face masks aren't why you've not seen me. It's been that. And then all this issue with my dad. So, but no, you will definitely see me. And the next video I'm putting out is about this Style Pro, as I've told you, the Style Pro cleanser, which is very, very good. And I'm going to tell you about that. Emma, my son, gave me one of his masks today, the navy one. Yes, Sunshine. Yeah, if yours is navy, we definitely noticed that, because the first batch I made were all navy. Everyone wanted a navy one. And then we noticed, because I started using them, I wanted to try them out. And I did make a few adjustments after trying. I got the toggles because I couldn't get the right distance between my ear and it kept coming off my ear. So that's when I got the toggles to do the adjustment and stuff like that. But we definitely, my sister and I noticed testing them out, that although the navy looks good, you definitely get hotter in the navy than if you wear a light colour. And it makes quite a difference. You would be surprised, even though they're the same material. They're exactly the same type of material, but wearing the light blue instead of the dark blue makes a lot of difference. And you do know that if you've got, I've got a leaflet about all of it, but you do know that if you've got asthma or a heart condition, you do need to speak to a medical professional before using a face mask, because there can be a risk. Yeah, the toggles, thank you. Well, actually, I got the idea. I thought there needs to be some adjustment. And then when I got my slip silk one, they had the toggles on the side, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I can get those. And I found them. I found them and ordered a whole batch of them. And that made it a lot better, because otherwise you're having to leave the elastic open for people to tie it up to the right distance of their ears, and that just wasn't, you need something you can adjust. So anyway, I'm going to use this foundation. I'm going to put a bit of this Studio 10 Glow Plexion on first, and I'm going to use this because a lot of people were intrigued by this foundation. Now, if you've struggled to find this foundation, it's because it's in the Pro section of MAC, okay? So it's basically a Pro product. You had to do a mask wash. There were 10 of them. I know that is the pain. They need to do a mask washer, don't they? And I was thinking about the you know, the thing that washes brushes and dries brushes. They should bring one out for masks. So I'm just going to put a bit of this Studio Glow Plexion on. Give me a bit of a glow because I didn't sleep very well last night. The night before I slept like a baby. Last night I hardly slept at all. So I need to just give my skin. I tell you what else I was going to, because I thought I'll do the makeup, but I wanted to be a bit more chatty with you today. And I know you've all said that to me. It's nice for me to be able to join in with all of you, having a chat. So I will do my makeup, but I want to chat to you all. I went into Aldi because my other half went and did a shop. And when he came out, I said, I'm going to pop in quickly because there's lots of things in Aldi, sort of makeup wise. He said, oh, I've just seen it. If you go down that aisle, he's my little helper now. Go down that aisle. That's the aisle that's got all the makeup and the skincare. Now, there's a few things from Aldi that, now I haven't tried these yet, but Aldi have just brought out these wipes. They're 49p. I think they're 49p. They're really cheap anyway. Grapefruit wipes. And it says contains grapefruit extract and vitamin C. And I can smell them through the packet. They smell gorgeous. So they're brightening with vitamin C. And I'm sure they were 49p. They've also got coconut wipes. So if you've got dry skin, these have got, you can't get these online, by the way. They've got vitamin E in them. They've got willow bark extract, radish root ferment extract, and glycerin, coconut water. They've got really good ingredients in them. So they're the coconut wipes from Aldi. And the other thing I spotted in there, which I thought looked really good, I thought I've got to try this. I bought two. I bought one for my sister and one for me, is Mattifying Sunscreen. This was £1.15, something like, no, £1.99. Right, SPF mattifying face cream with Q10. And my sister uses their Q10 serum. And Q10 helps to prevent sun-induced lines and wrinkles. So I thought, for £1.99, that's worth a go. Okay, it's only SPF 30, but that's still more than Charlotte's Magic Cream Light. So, yeah, I'll let you know. It says suitable for all skin types, anti-shine finish. And it's for the face. So I got that. And I also got these to try. Some after sun sheet mask with witch hazel and hyaluronic acid. Not that I sunbathe, but I still think the hyaluronic acid would be good as a mask. And they were two for £1.99, something like that. The other thing I have been using a lot from Aldi that I do recommend is they brought out a new hot cloth cleanser with vitamin C. This smells delicious and I find it a little less irritating. The pink clay one smells lovely. I love it. But sometimes when my skin's a little bit sensitive, it tingles a bit too much. It feels a little bit too strong. And pink clay has actually got stronger vitamin C in it than this. But this is really refreshing on the skin. And they've just brought out a vitamin C toner to go with it, which has arrived today in a parcel from Aldi. And I haven't opened it yet. But this I definitely recommend if you find that the pink clay one is a little bit too strong for you, then try the vitamin C one. So they do 4 now, I think. They do a rose one, which is really good if you've got dry, dehydrated, aging skin. They've got the original one, which is very like Liz Earle's, but it's a bit more clarifying. So maybe if you've got open pores and a little bit of a T-zone, then there's the original clarifying one. Then they do the pink clay, which is a very high vitamin C strength, but it's quite strong. It does sometimes feel a little bit stingy on my face. And then this vitamin C one, which is sort of, I think it's between this, for me, this one and the rose one are my favourites. They didn't have the face halo Aldi version. Now why's Tria stressing? Stressed with work. Oh, right, okay. Oh, Tria. Well, I'm glad you could join me. I didn't see the face halo. I've looked and looked and can't find it anywhere. So they did have, they had something I wanted to pick up, but someone had opened the packet and I thought they might have tampered and opened the tube. And so I didn't get it. What was it? It was something I wanted to try, but someone had opened it, and I'd done that before and got home and someone's dipped their fingers in it and didn't want to get that. Oh, I know what it was. It was the dupe of the Smashbox primer, hydrating primer for makeup. But as I said, someone had opened it, so I put it back. There was only one left, and someone had opened it, so I didn't want to pick that up. So that's all my Aldi purchases, and I'm going to use this foundation because it intrigued people. Hello, Rebecca. It intrigued people. What else are people saying? So I'm having a bit more of a chatty one today, so that I can join in with your chat. So I may not even finish my makeup. So I've just put on this Studio 10 Glow Plexion. I thought I might just do a little bit more of a natural look today. And I'm gonna, let me just do this again. I'll do this side of my face. Which side shall I do? No, I'll do this side because this side has got a little bit more pigmentation than the other, so that you can see what it's like. But I've been using this since I used it the other day on my live. And I've really enjoyed the way that my skin's been looking in it. So I've come back to it. And I'm using it with this brush, but it is very much like a wax. So when you press on it, you don't pick up a lot on your skin, on your brush. But it's so pigmented that it just blends beautifully and it gives you such a good coverage. I would say that this looks like the La Prairie. It's a very different formula, but it looks like the La Prairie on because it doesn't look like you've got foundation on. And I use this as a concealer as well, because it's quite waxy, so it doesn't sink into fine lines. I'll do one side of my face so that you can see. And I'm using NC35, which is always a good match for me in MAC. It doesn't look too yellow. I really noticed going back to MAC how yellow Charlotte's foundations are in comparison. I mean, I still love her Airbrush Flawless, but it always comes up a bit too yellow, which is why I always mix it, whereas I don't have to mix MAC. I mean, I sometimes set it with a slightly different powder to just take a little bit of the yellow off, but it's certainly not as yellow as the Charlotte Tilbury. Now, so there's no foundation with all my brown spots and thread veins, and there is the MAC as a concealer and as a foundation. And you can kind of just pick some of this up on your finger and just... Got some foundation under my fingernail though. Looks like I've got dirty fingernails. Ali, there's 2 versions of Divine Rose lip gloss. Both look the same but different packaging. The box is different. Are they both the same, do you know? I've seen 2 with Divine Rose. But they're different shades. Now, Sunshine, you got both, didn't you? You got both of the Divine Rose lip sets. Both look the same, but I'd have to go and look at the website afterwards. There was 2 released, Stacey. I thought there was. So there's 2 sets. I think there's 2 different lip glosses and 2 different lipsticks. And I can't remember the one I went for. I can let you know later. They're both called Divine Rose. One is peach and one is more pink. Yeah, that's right. And I went for the pink one. Lighter and darker versions. So they are different. But you're saying they're both saying Divine Rose. Yeah, but if you go on to the shades, I think it says Divine Rose. I think Divine Rose is the packaging. So Divine Rose, same Lust Gloss. Yeah, I think the packaging is Divine Rose. But then there's a shade. There should be a shade underneath. I can definitely look it up and I will come onto Instagram because I've got to catch up with all my messages. I'll come and I'll tell you the one that I've got. But the one I've got is a pink. It depends if you want the peach or the pink. But they're definitely different ones. I had some money put aside from my dad. And I ordered the Midnight Sun one because it was reduced. And the new mascara. So as soon as that arrives, I'm going to be doing a demo of that. So this is what I've been doing the last couple of days, is using this. And even though it looks like I'm putting a lot on it, there's hardly anything on the brush. But what is there is very pigmented. It doesn't feel like I've caked it on. And it doesn't look like I've caked it on. The shade on both is Divine Rose. I got the one in the... oh, there may be some with different packaging. She does do that. Like when she bought out Divine Rose... when she bought out the second Rose palette, the first 200 or so were pink, weren't they? And the same with the lipsticks. Sometimes they've got different packaging. Hope you use the extra 20% discount. I didn't see that. You probably sent it me, didn't you? No, I didn't. I didn't. Oh, never mind. You probably sent it to me. But yeah, I can't wait to try it. Midnight Sun. It's my own fault. I should look at all my messages because I know you always send me bargains. So it's my own fault. Never mind. You paid $74 for the palette. Oh well. I didn't see it. I just didn't see it. Always check your Insta's messages. I know, she does. I should know that. Next time, if I see a bargain, I'll go on to Shahina's first. Thank you, Shahina. Now, I have used this little update. This one I've been using all the time, more than the other one, because I like the natural look of it. This is the Colour of Dreams, which is the lighter one of the two. And I've used this all week because I like the look. It just gives me a natural flush that doesn't look like I'm wearing makeup. It just makes me look a little bit, I do have to build it up a bit. But I have to say, I've been using the Colour of Dreams more than the Colour of Passion. Because I like the shade. I'm still talking cream blush, yes. What's that? No, we can see Ali. I've lost Ali. You've lost me. Did you see my message? If not, it's okay. Is this on Instagram? I haven't seen any Instagram messages yet. The shade on both is... I got the old... I haven't seen your message yet, Stacey, because I haven't looked at anybody's messages yet on Instagram. Log out, log back in. Yeah, I'm going to come and look at them afterwards. I've got to catch up on so many messages. I'm so sorry, everyone. You need to sack me. Rebecca's putting about 100 videos a day. And I've fallen off the board. But it's not because I don't want... It was just juggling lots of things. Ah, hello, Maria. You're back. Well done. I'm just putting a bit of this on my lips. That's what I've been doing this week when I've just been in a hurry to go out. I've been putting Colour of Dreams on my cheeks and my lips, and I quite like it. Just as a quick kind of... I don't want to go out with no makeup on, but I want to look a bit more healthy. So I'm just giving you an update because you say, can you update us on what you've been using? And I have to admit that I've been using Colour of Dreams more than Colour of Passion because I like the natural look of it. Not Corona. A lot of places have sales celebrating National Lipstick Day. I love living in Corona, Cornwall, but the internet is pants. I asked if you could do another tutorial. Of course I can. And you know what? I've forgotten to do the Ask Ali the last few weeks, so I'll have to do that as well. On Mac, you get a free lipstick over £45. Yeah, I've definitely got to check out all your You managed to find all the bargains. Charlotte has a free offer of a lip gloss and a mini lipstick over £120. Yeah, Charlotte really caught me last week. She really caught me on... I went in to just get the spray. Do you know what? I've just brought out the medium bronzer. Not shade 3, but never mind. I'm going to use it. See if it shows up on me. I went on there just to get the spray, and then I thought, ooh, maybe I'd like the magic cream, and you know, the thing that if you spend over, what else do I need, you know? And then, so I ended up I ordered a lipstick, but they haven't arrived yet, by the way. And I ordered a lipstick, and I think I told you this the other day. And then I ordered that set. So I ended up spending a fortune. So she really is getting me on those spend over this amount and get this. I'm just going to try it might look a bit more pigmented because I'm putting it over a cream. Yeah, because I'm putting it over that cream blush. I'm using medium bronzer, which doesn't really show up on me that well. But because it's going over a cream bronzer, it's making it look a little bit more pigmented. I picked up the wrong shade. This is going to be fine in the winter, At the moment, it just doesn't really... It's great for putting down here on my chest. But I don't know why she suggests... She actually suggests this one for my foundation shade. And I don't think you can see it very well. Can you see it? Can you see that I've put bronzer on? Anyone? Apart from there, where it's over the cream blush, can you actually see that I'm putting anything on? A little bit there, but if I put it over my nose, you can't see a thing. You can. Well, that's the medium airbrush bronzer. Let's use a bit of powder. I'm doing everything in the wrong order. You still feel like you're missing out on the cream blush. Would you say the dreams or passion for me? Well, actually, I would say it depends. Right, so whether you get the dreams or the passion one, Stacey, I would say it really does depend on what look you're looking for. If you want something, I think the reason that I've been using this one, as I said, I've changed my mind and I've been using the lighter one, is what I like about it is like, so say on Monday, I was going to a hospital appointment and I didn't want to put loads of makeup on. I just wanted to get ready, look a bit tidy and go out the door. I didn't want to put a full face of makeup on, but I wanted to look smart. So I put a bit of foundation on and then I just took this and just dotted it round and it just gave me that little bit of je ne sais quoi. It just it didn't look like I had makeup on, but it just gives me that, I look tidier. So if you want a natural no makeup look that makes you look a little bit tidier, I just like the tone of this. I just think it looks more like your skin when it blushes, but that's on my skin tone. But then you're fairer than me, so I think the other one's nice. If you want something to really show up, if you're going to be disappointed because you really want to see your blush, and you're doing a smoky eye and you want something that you're going to see, then go for passion. But if you want a kind of something that you can pop in your bag just to give you a bit of a natural thing, I think that's why I've used this more, is because the way that it is, that you can pop it in your bag and just quickly do that and put it over your lips. That's it on the lips, by the way. So it's probably a bit pale for my lips, but I quite like it. It's got a little bit of a cool tone to it, which is unusual for Charlotte's because most of Charlotte's things are all warm. But it's got a bit, it's almost like kind of got a purple undertone to it. So I think for a cream product, I've been using it more because it just looks more natural. So it depends. If you want something that's natural, but you're going to have to build it up. But if you really want to see it and you do smoky eyes a lot and you like wearing dark lipstick a lot, then I would go for the darker one. Right. What shall I put on my eyes? Because I'm enjoying chatting to you all. I'm going to just do something really simple. I tell you what I have got out here. I've got a few things out here that I'm just going to just use. Remember this? I've started using this a bit more. I adore you all. Such fun, Ali. Did you buy anything for National Lipstick Day? Is it today? I'll have to look online if it's today. I tell you the lipstick that I want to get, and I probably could have got it from Pat McGrath actually. There's a Pat McGrath lipstick that I've been waiting for them to get in stock in Selfridges, and it's just been out of stock forever. And it's what's it called, Rebecca? Rebecca knows the one. I'm so bad at remembering names. Oh, what's the name of it? There's what? Oh, I know what I could do. You know that one that's got a bit of a purpley undertone? Greige. That's the one. Greige, something greige. And it's been out of stock forever. No, not Lady Danger. It's called Madame Greige. Madame Greige. Shall I show you a couple of Huda palettes? Did I show you these? Have I shown you my Huda palettes that I got recently? I got 3 recently. Here is, I don't think I want to put any of these on today, but here is the Ruby Obsessions palette. You love that Aldi stick highlighter. I'll show you that one. Do you want me to show it to others? It is very good, actually. And it's almost a dupe of the Pat McGrath. I mean, I haven't got the Pat McGrath, but it looks like it. So it's a stick. It's here. I've got it here. It's a stick, highlighter stick, and it's got a little circle in the middle. It's got kind of a clear, glossy thing. And if you tap it, I'm going to put it over that highlighter. If you tap it over your skin, it just gives a really nice sheen to the skin. Let me just put some on my hand so you can see. It actually looks quite similar in shade to Charlotte's Beauty Light wand. There's a balm bit in the middle, yeah. So you can just take it with your finger as well and tap it on. And this is wasn't it £3, Maria? It's really good. And I got a duo online and gave one to my sister. I'm getting my sister really into makeup these days. So you can put it here. So yeah, this is definitely very good from Aldi. And it does, I've seen the Pat McGrath has got a stick like that, haven't they? Really pretty. So that, I showed you the Ruby Obsessions palette. Here's the emerald one. Chili is, I'll tell you what chili is, MAC chili. Chili would look very good on you. I know that MAC makeup artist told me that chili would look good on me. It's a red, but it's got a brown red, sort of an orangey red. It's not a blue red. Okay, so if you like sort of browny warm reds, it's a kind of browny warm red. There's the emerald one. But I don't fancy doing any of that today. I don't want anything really bright on my eyes. I want something a bit... I know what I'll do. While I'm chatting to you, I'm going to use my Charlotte Darling palette. So MAC have got an offer on then. Blue, I think I prefer blue toned reds. Although it's interesting, whenever I go to a makeup artist, they always want to put brown tone reds on me. And I actually prefer the blue toned reds. I have been, do you know what? I have been really slack on Instagram as well. So I'm really, I've been slack everywhere. Coral Obsessions, no, it's not really. It's similar-ish, but they're quite... Oh, I didn't show you the third one. I'm so naughty. I saw this one, and I've got a lot of red... No, sorry, I've got a lot of orange and yellow shades. Neon. I've got Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. Tria, and they're fantastic. They're fantastic. Really beautiful formula. Really, and they feel like you've got nothing on, don't they, Rebecca? Yeah, that's my palette, isn't it? I'm just going to use Charlotte Darling though today because I just feel like a bit more of a nude look today. Do a swatch for us in one of your videos, Ali, and Rebecca too. What of the Lisa Eldridge ones? Yeah, I've got the three reds. I'm just going to put this shade here in the socket. I'm going to do a really simple eye look. This is the only thing, when you've got hooded lids, whatever you put on your eyelids will always crease until you set it with powder. Doesn't matter what it is. That's just the foundation. It's just gathered a little bit. So this is shade 3 of Charlotte Darling in the socket. You can do a really simple, quick look with this. And then I'm just going to take... I'm going to take this one, actually. I normally take that one, but I'm going to take this one for a change. So that one there, which is shade 4, and I'm going to put that on the mobile lid. I normally take the second shade if I'm doing a simple look like this. But I'm just changing it a little bit. Put that on with my finger. And then I'll take the first shade here. And with my finger, just pop some up there. And in the corner. Oops. And then with a smudge brush, I'm just going to mix a little bit of that and a little bit of that, 2 and 3, and put it under the eye. And I'm done. There you go. All sorts of swatches coming your way. She's releasing another collection. Do you know the collection I'd really like to get, Shahina? The other thing I've had my eye on for a while. And I get close to buying it, put it in the basket, and then don't. And I'm not quite sure why. Is a pink collection that's in the bag. I got a red one, but I like the look of the pink one as well. It's the one that's got rainbow spill, but it's also got a couple of other sort of nude ones. I wonder if she's reduced hers for lipstick day, has she? The pinks look amazing. You have the pink collection. Is it worth it? It won't disappoint. Oh, we're all so bad for one another. And I just saw Stacey saying she's got a backup. We've all got our backup Charlotte Darling now, haven't we? But you see, it's so quick and easy when you don't really feel like doing a complicated look. You really like the CT lip oil? I think it really does make your lips look nice, but I don't see that there's a... I think it temporarily makes them look good, like it's a good primer for under your lipstick. But I don't know whether it's done anything long term to my lips. Yeah, I think probably I need to try it more regularly as well, just to see whether it has got some long-term benefits. I just keep forgetting to put it on. Do you know what? Just because it's close to hand, I'm going to do the purple eyeliner trick again. This is the Fenty Beauty one. And you'll all think, why is she putting purple eyeliner on? But as I've said before, it won't look purple, but it'll just make the eyes pop. Because purple contrasts with any colour eye. Unless you've got purple eyes, it will contrast with any colour. It's a dark purple as well, so it won't look too purple. And the Fenty eyeliner is soft, goes on really easily and doesn't budge. Plum Avon liner. Do you know what? I used to be an Avon rep when I was 14. I must look up some Avon products. I used to use their foundation, and there was a lipstick out. There were a couple of lipsticks out in the 80s that me and my sister loved. One of them was called Iced Champink. Does anyone remember that? And the other one was called Rose Shower. And I'm always on the lookout because it was my sister's favourite lipstick. Stacey sold you what on the lip oil? Ah, do you know what, Stacey? You've made me try it more regularly now. I'll put it into my routine. And I've still got to do my skincare video. What am I like? I've got lots to say about that skincare set. Got to do it. And I promised Mimi that I'm going to do the Scott Barnes tatty look. I've got to go and review that video again this afternoon. I promised I was going to do it this week. I'm just using up the... I'm going to have to chuck this soon. But this is the one I tend to use the most now. Bad Gal Bang. But before my Pat McGrath arrives. I will. I definitely will, Stacey. During the day, I use the Dr. Lip Nipple Balm. Shahina, whenever I hear, like, I've heard about the nipple balm being good for your lips. But when it always makes me giggle when I read about that, because I always want to say, how did someone discover that it was good for your lips? I know I'm being naughty, but I wonder how someone discovered it was good for your lips. I can't help it. But really, if you think about it, oh, maybe it was good for babies' lips. Yeah, that's the clean version. Maybe they discovered their babies' lips were smooth. That's the clean version. We'll stick with that. Now, this is nice, but as it's National Lipstick Day, what is she going to tell her dad I'm watching? Hey? Ooh, I'm enjoying this chat here. Porcelain pink. I don't remember porcelain pink. That must have been before, Maria, before I did Avon. The eyesham pink was a really shimmery, or frosty light pink. And the Rose Shower was just this beautiful shade. It was like a really sort of dark rose, but it had a shimmer to it as well. And I used to, when I did my Avon rounds, I used to make myself up, and people would say, "What have you got on your lips?" I said, "Oh, it's that. It's on page 3. 89 to 90. That may have been after my time then. Yeah, because I wasn't selling Avon in 89 to 90. I was selling it. My mum had to be guarantor for me. They allowed me to do it at the age of 14, but my mum had to stand guarantor. And in the first month, I was the best saleswoman in the area. And I was invited to this thing in this posh hotel where all these women that had been doing Avon for years were sat next to me, and boy, did I feel the heat from these women around me. This 14-year-old upstart that's come in and done the best sale in her first month's campaign. Oh, I really was like, let me get out of here, because there were daggers coming at me from everywhere. You know, it's like, she's too young to be doing Avon. And they're like, we don't care. She's the best saleswoman this month. I didn't keep that up, but because I went round, I think people knew that I had difficulty walking, and I used to put the makeup on, and I used to make myself up, and people go, "Oh, I really like that eyeshadow," and I'd say, "Oh yeah, it's page 21." You see, and a lot of the Avon reps didn't do that. They just went round with the magazine. But I made myself up in a way that I thought people would think, oh, I like that. What's that? And I'd say, oh, it's that, or it's that one on that catalogue. And I sold so much Ice Sham Pink because I wore it when I went round. So, and people, it's weird that all these Avon reps going round, it was the day when you went round door to door, they just didn't wear the Avon makeup. The woman that did Avon after me, she used to come round, she's lovely, and I used to order from her because she used to buy from me. But she never wore any of the makeup. So, you know, if you're wearing it and people see it on you and they go, oh, you always look nice. What's that eyeshadow? You know, if it'd be a bit daft if I said, well, it's Lancome. You know, I'd say, oh no, it's that. It's that palette in that shade. And they go, oh yeah, order me one of those. But they rarely do. They're Avon. Mind you now, I don't think you need a street. You don't need a street. You can just do it online or... Let me do a bit of it. Oh, I don't know. That's not going to really go, is it? I know. I'll put a bit of hero on. A bit of hero. I know I've got this over the... I quite like this on its own, but I'm going to put a bit of hero on as it's National Lipstick Day. This is Tom Ford's. That's the first Tom Ford lipstick I ever got. You have that hero song going round in your head now. Primark are very good. Primark brought out a foundation that was a dupe of Estee Lauder. And when I went in to get it, all you could get was the shade that was the darkest shade that nobody had bought. And a really light shade, and there was nothing in between left. Looking out for... I thought you meant search for the hero inside yourself. Okay. I've really enjoyed chatting to you all today. Right, let me just say, anyone remember the Beach Lip Liner from the Body Shop? I do. I didn't buy it, but I did. Nabla brushes. I've seen Nabla brushes. You know, Beauty in the Boutique sell them, I think. Oh, no, they're Nancy brushes. I was also thinking Real Techniques. Any views? I think Real Techniques are very good. Tria, what is it? Which sort of brush do you want? I'll tell you what, the brushes I recommend, they're all good from Real Techniques, but they're really good ones. I've got to dig them out myself because I've had them stored away and I miss them. The blush brush is brilliant because if you've got a dark blush that if you tend to go over the top with your blush, it just doesn't allow you to do it because of the way that it's made. It really blends your blush beautifully. So definitely the blush brush. Definitely the setting brush, right? It's so good for setting the under eye or I just used it a lot and I need to dig it out because I really am missing it. The setting brush is my favourite brush of all. It's just so good for so many things. A really sort of fluffy small brush so you can set under your eyes. You can use it for like doing a bit of highlighter. It's just really good. And there's another one. If you look, there's an Essentials collection and it's got the blush brush and the setting brush in a set. And there are other things. I think the foundation brush and the concealer brush is good as well. Yeah. Have a look at, there's one called the Everyday Essentials, I think. And if you get that set, it's got the setting brush, the blush brush, it's got the expert face brush, and it's got something else. But they're all really good brushes in that set, because they do so many sets that you get a bit confused. But if you get the everyday essentials, have a look at that one. It's definitely, you got all the really good brushes in there that you would, it's got the expert brush that oh, you've got the face expert brush, but it's definitely, try it, because the setting one is really good, and they actually say themselves that their setting brush is their favorite. And I must dig it out, actually, because as I'm saying it, I'm thinking, why haven't I dug that out, given it a good clean up and start using it again, because I used to use it all the time. Yeah, and definitely their blush brush is so good, really good. You pick up, even if it's a really dark blush, you pick it up and it just won't, I challenge anyone to over apply blush with that blush brush. It just blends it in beautifully. I tell you what else is really good, and I lost mine and I bought another brand, and I really wish I'd got them from Real Techniques. Their brow scissors. Their brow scissors are really good. And they do a brow set with a spoolie, brow scissors, tweezers, and something else. Their brow scissors are amazing. Mini brushes, yeah, the little mini ones that you can have in your bag to just do your contour and stuff. They're good. And they've got ones that are like Charlotte's. They've got ones like this, with the lid that you open out and you do that, but they're pink. They're not as pretty as Charlotte's one, but they've got a couple like that with the lid on that you can put in your bag. Also, when you look them up, there's always a video. If you go into Amazon, there's normally a link to a video, and you can actually see them demonstrating how to use them on YouTube. They've got a whole series, Real Techniques brushes, so that each set that you bought out, they've done a little video showing you how you can use them. So if you're not sure which one to get, have a look at that. Right, I better go. But thank you all for joining me, and thank you so much. And I'll leave details below of the masks if anyone's interested. If you're not, don't worry, won't be offended. But there's the Ali M's Beauty one. As I said, there's the plain ones I've got. Then I'm going to be getting the silk. As soon as I get the material, the silk material, it's beautiful. It's like a cream silk, but it's with a very blush pink tie-dye pattern over the top. Very like I've seen on Slip Silk. Really pretty, and I thought, I've got to get that. I've got to get that. So I'm really excited about making those. As soon as I've got that material, I'll demo all of them so that you can see and you can choose what colours you want if you want to order any. All right, so take care. See you all very soon. Love you all. Bye. Mwah.